Forget about sentiments. Martinelli and Trossard should be on the chopping block for sale.
Wow.
Yes, Martinelli and Trossard should be for sale.
But they've been delivering now.
Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Another game, another clean sheet for Arsenal. And this is the third time in a row Arsenal has kept a clean sheet in all competition. And they went to Craven Cottage to beat Fulham 1-0. John, how do you see that game?
Yes, it was an exciting game, you know. It was boring for the large part of the game. We expected Arsenal to come out, you know, bring out the full firepower. Of course, a lot of people were saying that they were looking forward to the starman Victor Gyökeres to at least improve on his form.
You know, that guy has been missing positioning recently.
But I think it's not about Victor Gyökeres positioning. It's about Arsenal not really knowing how to play with a point man up forward, because they do not give him the right service he deserves. They do not play around him, basically. So he has to just find a way to create his chances. That's where you see him moving into the flank, trying to create for somebody else, rather than camping in the box, waiting for supply. So Arsenal have to find a way to bring out the best of him, because right now they are not getting the best of him. And in this encounter, Arsenal being saved yet again by you know, the strength in depth. Strength in depth, basically.
because you look at it now, Odegaard is not available. As they started in that midfield, which is what we've been telling Arteta to play since. Don't play too defensive by playing Moreno in the midfield and Declan Rice and Zubimendi. Play attacking players, which he went on ahead to play Eze, Saka and Trossard in behind the striker, and they went on to do a very, very, very good job in that game. Now we're talking about Gyökeres. Now he said he's making the runs infield instead of making the run towards the direction of the post, because they should be feeding him. But in some third cases, you saw it in this game now that Eze gave him a couple of chances, but that went begging. The passes from Eze that didn't get to him on time in the right part. Is it that the defense is too good for him, or is it that this sporting team at Portuguese league is like a fluke coming to the Premier League?
I wouldn't be saying that it's a fluke team, because he's proven, even in the championship in England, he's proven, even in Portugal, he's proven. But now coming into this encounter, Arsenal are playing away from home. They are playing at Craven Cottage. Fulham added an extra man to that back four to be able to shut down any threat Arsenal's number 9 would have in that game. And you also look at the way they position themselves. So it was hard for Victor Gyökeres to get in on some of the passes that was given to him. And then secondly, you know, some of the time it's like when you're in the right position, the pass comes late. It doesn't come when it should come. Some other time when you're trying to get into position, that's when they send the ball and you're not able to get it because somebody intercepts it. And other times they are not giving you the ball the way you want to get the ball.
And that's the problem with Arsenal's defense and midfield now. It's always long balls from defense to attack instead of from the midfield, because you saw it in the other games. I think the 2 games he scored, I think this is the 3rd game in a row he's not scored a goal. You're correct. And the last time he scored a goal, it was long ball from defense. Calafiori, I remember, to him, to connect him. Against Leeds United, it was a long ball from defense. Against this one, it was a long ball from defense. And all around, it seems like it's only the defenders that know how to find him, not the midfielders. And again, you're looking at Arteta and you're saying, why not give a different instruction to the team?
I wouldn't say it's Arteta not giving a different instruction. Like, I would say, if you see the way Arsenal play before without Victor Gyökeres, it's always Odegaard drifting to the right, trying to link up with Saka to play into that position. Saka will also like to, when he receives the ball, try to play a 1-2 and then run into the 18-yard box and then expect for the pass to find him. But when it comes to Victor Gyökeres, it feels like if Saka is with the ball trying to do that, Saka is not trying to feed Gyökeres. Saka is trying to create
get goal for himself. But again, we talk about players
and
not
then
scoring.
on the other side of the pitch, you also have Trossard too, trying to create something, for himself, of course. So I think it's at Arsenal, there is no pecking order to like say everybody give to the striker. If you're a winger like Saka, or you're a Trossard, or you're a Martinelli, you have the freedom to at least try something and have a go for yourself. Even Eberechi had a couple of chances himself that he went for himself. Even in previous encounters, he's had a couple of chances that the right thing to do would be to drop it off to Victor Gyökeres, but he wants to have a pop. So I think at the end of the day, Arteta would have to sit these guys down.
This is Eze that creates chances. Not the Premier League. I say this Eze that creates chances for Mateta. For Crystal Palace. And there was a cartoon I was looking at one time and they asked him a question, you know, this animation stuff. And Arteta was asking him, hope you didn't forget anything at Palace. And he said no. He said because some people, they come with their body, leave their ability for their previous club. And that question still remains. If you can pass the ball to the striker at Crystal Palace, why not do it at Arsenal?
The difference is that at Arsenal, everybody feels they have the freedom to try something else.
Come on now, that's
basically. And I would say that if it's happening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times and it's not stopped, either that's where the manager wants the team to play, or the manager is blind, is not seeing where they're having
okay.
a
Now
fault.
in this game, now Arteta went on to score. Arteta went on a good performance. First half, the second half, starting second half, they came in with a lot of energy, got 1 goal lead, all thanks to Trossard. And this is what one player we thought after the whole signing of Eze and all the Madueke, he might be leaving to Saudi last summer. What do you make of this? Is it the ability for Arteta to tell him, okay, stay, I have a plan for you, or is it just the man upstairs in terms of recruitment telling him there's plans for you?
I wouldn't say it's down to the man upstairs telling him to stay or Arteta telling him to stay, because let's be frank, Arteta is at the point where if he doesn't win anything, his job is on the line.
Okay.
And if you look at this Arsenal team now, dispassionately, when I say dispassionately,
I mean,
forget about sentiments.
They are ready for
Martinelli
something.
and Trossard should be on the chopping block for sale.
Wow.
Yes,
I didn't
Martinelli
expect that.
and Trossard should be for sale.
But they've been delivering now.
Forget about being delivering. Look at chances created, chances missed, opportunity cost. That's what you talk about, opportunity cost in business. If I give you 50 chances on the ball to create an opportunity and you miss 30 of them and 20 deliver to your target converts only 10% of that 20. That means it's 2 goals from 50 opportunity.
But in this one,
I'm not done, sorry. But I bring in a Rodrigo in that position, get the same 50, delivers 40 to the target. Target scores 20. I have better output, even though you are here. I'm missing out on.
For him to create nothing out of
that's
something,
more
for him
goals.
to create nothing out of something makes a whole lot of sense that he should stay in the club for a future.
No. What I'm saying is, if you have 50 chances you create per game, and of your 50, only 2 convert into goal, and another person I can bring into that position, we get the same 50 with you, deliver 40 to the target, and the target bury 20. Bro, you are going. You can be family. You can be somebody I love like my son. Bro, you cannot come to this place and kill me. You are going.
Gyökeres and everybody.
I'm not saying none Madueke. I'm saying that Trossard, Martinelli probably on the way out, if not this season, next season. Because if Arsenal can come, let's not forget that Arsenal winning a trophy this season or next season, once you have a taste for trophy, you want more.
Okay.
And for you to get it again, you have to now look at your team and say, okay, we've invested 1.something billion up to now. We haven't won anything. Now we've won a trophy. If the board was not willing to invest more, now that they win maybe Premier League or Champions League, they'll bring out more money. When they bring out more money, Arteta will look at that team and look at who has been giving me problem in this team. He will look at that left, and you are going
sell it.
simple.
Anything, sell it.
So
as long as they're not giving us the number.
Why they are giving numbers, like, because this is a game that could have easily been a draw, and he's turned it into a win. This is the same fine margin that said that most people said Arsenal need a striker, because in games where they could have easily draw, the striker can affect the game and get a goal, making it a narrow win. Trossard has done that in this encounter. But trust me, Arsenal winning the Premier League or Champions League or a title this season,
depends on
and they want to improve, they have to look into the players that are delivering the numbers. Remember, I told you that last season Arsenal wingers goal contribution dropped 50% from what it was 2 seasons ago. So if this season the number remained the way it was last season, which means there's a problem.
Okay.
If it declines, then people have to go.
In this game now, after the goal from Trossard, he took him out and brought in took Eze out and brought in Merino, then took Trossard out for Martinelli. You're expecting at least, since you've gotten the early goal, let's hit on the break. But nothing come out.
Yeah,
nothing come out. And again, you now give credit. Let's talk about Fulham now, because that as nothing come out now, you now look at Fulham and say, okay, fine, they did a good job holding on their ground. What do you make of Marco Silva and his tactics?
No, first and foremost, you have to give Marco Silva credit, because he's one of the.
I never really give him flower, because that guy.
You have to give him his flower, give him his credit, because he's earned his due at the Premier League, and doing what he's done with Fulham for the couple of seasons is there now is phenomenal. But in this encounter, I wouldn't say it's down to the Fulham defending or the way they conducted themselves, even though they did phenomenal. But then Arsenal are away. You have a goal in hand. Rather than trying to go and score 2-3 more
in the first half, they were in Arsenal's faces. Like in the first half, they were out there.
I give it to them in the first half. But rather than going out to go and push for more, you understand? Before you go out and you concede, because Fulham can also hit you on the break. What happens when you concede a
so since Arsenal has won this one now, do you think they are in the right path for title this season?
No, they are in the right path for the title, because if you look up, you see Arsenal, you see City. They are in the right path for the title. Whatever happens tomorrow with Manchester United and Liverpool's game, they are in the right path. Like I said, the most important result is focus on your game, win your game, and then you look up December, you're top of the table, 6 points ahead of your adversaries, and you can start dreaming.
Okay, like they say, Arsenal has not conceded more than 2 goals since the last 2 years. Since 2023, Arsenal has not conceded more than 2 goals, and in this game, in the 3rd time in a row, Arsenal kept a clean sheet to beat Fulham in Craven Cottage 1-0.
Wait, have you subscribed? Please subscribe to the channel now. As I'm talking to you, please subscribe to the channel. Remember to like, comment, and share this video.